Hello everyone and welcome to a very improvised edition of Banter Blitz on this lovely Friday afternoon. Full disclosure, I was planning to go home, but then I saw that my phone was only 1% charged. And I recently broke this, whatever you call it, lightning slot on my phone. So the only way for me to charge it is to use this, what's it called, induction charger, which is unfortunately painfully slow. So I thought, might as well stick around for an hour, because obviously it's not an option to embark on the long way home without having my phone on. So this is of course Banter Blitz, the show where you get to play against more or less qualified chess players. I'm half qualified, but the real deal is happening this Sunday, 4 p.m. Central European Standard Time, when the world champion is back. Magnus will be doing a Banter Blitz, so make sure not to miss that. In the meantime, challenge me to a 3-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute game, whatever floats your boat, and let's play some chess. Alright, let's see if we have any challenges. What about this guy? How about this guy? Cafe Chai. Speaking of Cafe Chai, I'm out of warm coffee. Should probably get these things out of the way, but I still have some lukewarm leftovers here, which we'll have to do for now. How are you guys doing? You doing good? Weekend ahead? I have the honor to go to my nephew's christening tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous. I always think I might burst into flames when I enter a church, but so far it hasn't happened. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the celebration afterwards. I think there will be food. The church ceremony itself, normally I strangely enjoy them. I'm not in churches very often, but at the rare wedding or these christening things, I've been there. Normally I kind of enjoy the show, and hot take, I do believe that I could become a preacher with around 3 weeks preparing time. Like, you stand there, you tell some story. Is all of this very inappropriate? I'm not sure, but I believe that is a job I could be doing. Let me know. Maybe in Yanistan, I can be the head of state and of church. All in one hand. Doesn't that sound great? Anyway, let's talk about chess. This guy played the move h4 here, after which there are many options. Bishop g7, dc4, c5. Looked like an aggressive way. I recall having seen the move c takes d5 here and then knight d5, h5. He went knight to f3, which I'm not so sure about. I guess I should just take on d4. If knight d4, e5, I'll be in good shape. And likewise after queen d4, knight c6. So the move I thought he should play instead was knight takes d5. Here this just looks fine for me. What's happening? We have people in the chat. That's great news. Very short notice. And Musia was saying, wearing t-shirt, Jan, getting hot in Hamburg. It is sort of hot. But it's a polo shirt. Polo shirts are okay. No, that's like smart casual. But yeah, it's very hot. Bamdeezy saying, hello Jan, how are you, sir? I'm alright. I'm like in half weekendish mode, even though I'll be half working the weekend. We have some French video authors, 2 grandmasters in town, who I think they know what to do. I'll just let them into the office tomorrow and then tell them, water's over there. Please do a cool video series. But no, looking forward to having more series by those guys, both in English and in French, if I'm informed correctly. Then, of course, Sunday, there is the Magnus Banter Blitz. So yeah, I'm good. I'm leaving town on Monday. I'll be gone for a week. But other than that, pretty much business as usual. Then when I come back, there will be the Zagreb Grand Prix. I'll be doing German commentary. So, chess world keeps spinning. All under control. Wise Pilgrim is wondering, where do you stream from? I'm in Hamburg. I'm in our office in Hamburg. Magnus will be doing his thing from Oslo, but yeah, I'll try to... Well, I'll be in the office in Hamburg and hope that things will be running smoothly, because we don't get the chance to have the world champion around all that often, and now that he's on this historic run, of course, it's even cooler than usual that he found time between tournaments, because he's playing the Zagreb thing, just finished Norway chess, to show up here and do a little Banter Blitz. As for this game, I should be doing all right. One could argue, and one would probably be right, that I did not pay enough attention to my last moves here. Here I thought my position is very close to winning already. I had the option to go d3, and if he takes, to go e4. I'm not sure I converted this very smoothly, to put it mildly, but I still have a good position. So not too much harm has been done. Should get my queen out of the way. Queen c5, he wants rook b5, queen a5 likewise. So I might as well go all the way back. What's Voros G saying? Did you know, Jan, that the famous Italian composer Antonio Vivaldi was a priest? No, I did not know that. That's useful information. Goes to show you can combine. No, it doesn't go to show that. Church, if you're watching, I'm just kidding around. There you can combine careers with other stuff. No, I watched season 2 of Fleabag, so now I'm very much into the whole priest thing. Very, very highly recommended. If you guys haven't seen Fleabag yet, season 1 or 2, it's the best thing I've seen on TV, or on Amazon technically, in a long time. So check that out. It's hard to describe why it's so good, but yeah, that woman who wrote it and is the lead role seems to very much know what she's doing. Yeah, it's very, very impressive stuff. Why am I still not winning? Or am I winning? Knight d3, queen d3, fe, queen e4, bishop f5. Looks greedy enough, at least. Yulper is saying, Jan, can you say the name of the series again? Please. Fleabag. F-L-E-A. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers musician. Bag. B-A-G. Like... I don't know any good words that start with bag. I know a couple bad words, but obviously this is a family show. So I'm not going to say scumbag or anything like that. Fleabag. Alright, here I am on my mission to grab this rook. I have to have a quick look that nothing too bad can happen to me. Once I do so, I could throw in rook d8, but then queen b5 sort of covers it, and that does not go well with my policy to grab rooks whenever possible. So give me that rook. How is this induction charging progressing? 4%. Still not a lot. Back to square f5. Yeah, this is a rook up situation. I like those. And Omen XV is saying, yeah, I watched because he said it was good and it's amazing. Glad you like it, Omen XV. I haven't been very passionate about TV shows recently all that often, and I don't quite watch as much as I used to, which you could argue if that's a good or a bad thing. But yeah, Fleabag certainly left an impression, and I very highly recommend it. City Slaker is saying Fleabag really is great. I hope they do another season. I don't know. I felt like it concluded beautifully, and my guess is they're done with it. That I keep getting the name wrong. Phoebe Waller-Bridges? That she will move on to other things. There's some rumors about a Bond movie that she's involved with, I think. And no, I'm wearing pants today. So yeah, I will check out whatever she does. I was not such a big fan of Killing Eve, but Fleabag has me on board for sure. Here we are dealing with a rook up situation, and as you guys probably know, I'm fairly proficient in those. Usually you try to exchange the opponent's rook, because then you have one rook that can bother him without having to deal with that opposing rook. Smurfin is asking, have you seen Russian Doll? I tried. I watched like the first 2 episodes. I wasn't in the mood for it, and it was very New Yorkish, which I kind of like. I spent some time in New York in my younger years. Overall, yeah, a couple months I would guess. But I wasn't really into the vibe, so I should check it out. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is brought up. Yeah, that's okay. That's, yeah, bubblegum. Sometimes I watch an episode if I feel like, ugh, don't want to go to sleep or do work. Don't want to focus on anything. Let's put on some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And wow, we have a challenger called Clegane. Is it time for the Clegane Bowl? That is exciting news. Which Clegane are you, sir? Sir Gregor or Sander? We need more information. You can't just call yourself Clegane. And then not show up for the showdown. There he is, d4, played by Clegane. Let me play the Slav. This game, I will strictly stick to chess. Because recently, and I mean this honestly, I feel my ratio of BS versus chess has geared a little too far towards BS. And I have to rein it down a little bit. I do believe that chess shows can and should be entertaining, but these are still chess shows, and yeah, I really have to make sure not to drift away from chess all that much. Having said that, what TV show are we talking about? He plays a3, which is normally part of the setup if black has committed to e6. Oops, sorry, now the phone is ringing. I'll call back. Not gonna be able to do it now. How do people know when I do my Banter Blitzes? Shut up. I don't even know myself. So a3 is normally part of the setup if black is committed to e6 and shut this bishop in. But with the bishop on g4, it looks a bit daring. And as far as I can tell, I can just grab this pawn, no? Which I like doing. After ed knight d4, you always have to keep an eye on tricks like knight takes d4, bishop d1, bishop b5 check. But here I can just parry that with knight back to d7. So I don't think that tricks work. That trick works. And if that doesn't work, it's a pawn. Hawaii Pampitzer says, rules say, if phone ringing, you lose the game. That is true. I had a Sinnoh last weekend against 30 people, and I left my phone on all the way. I was a bit worried that if it was going to ring, I would just lose 0 to 30. He goes h3. I'll take and expand in the center simultaneously, threatening e5 to e4. So, pretty happy. Jerk to the max. You really need to change your username. I can't say that word all that often. And is asking, did you win all 30? No. I lost quite a few. I think I lost 4 maybe. And 1 draw. Was in the Taiwanese embassy. So, skilled diplomat that I am. I think they brought in 3 Taiwanese players from Taiwan, as the name Taiwanese might indicate. And I lost to 2 of them. There you go. Not on purpose, I just played well. As for Clegane, he didn't do well here because bishop b5 blundered this bishop after queen a5 check. Piece will be gone, and therefore he resigned. Okay, I feel warmed up, fresh, ready to go. Let's step up the rating ranges a bit and play our boy, J Wallen. 9,900. That's not his rating. That's part of his username. But his rating was pretty good. 2742. Well, my rating has suffered some blows recently. I feel I'm way underrated now. Maybe, don't people do this? Speed run to X rating, or What do people call all these viral YouTube videos where you play your rating up in any discipline? I should do one of those, because I feel, even in my washed up state, 3200 with the way ratings are currently are on this side should be very, very doable. Actually, probably 3300 should be doable, but at least 3200 I should get. So 2938. It feels wrong, man. Alright, this is the Grunfeld, one of the evergreen mainlines, Rook b1, followed by Bishop e2. Black faces a white choice here. The most fun one is CD followed by Queen a5 check, or arguably, depends on your definition of fun. Knight c6, b6, e6, Queen c7, and pretty much every other legal move have also been tried. But let's go for this line of my childhood, where the main move is bishop to g4, but I feel like screwing around, and I will play b6, which I think has a bad reputation because of some kinky move like queen c1, threatening bishop to c4. But at least it might get J Wallen out of book. And if you're out of book here, you might end up a pawn down. Even if you're in book, you might end up a pawn down. But this is objectively probably not the greatest of lines. It feels a bit passive. It's the greediest move though. No bishop g4, returning pawns on b7. Let's keep them all. J in deep thought here. I don't know how I'm supposed to react to queen to c1. Bishop a6, there's rook a1. That's not great. He goes queen c1, bishop b7, bishop c4. My queen might be a little short on squares, so I'll continue. Hashtag team passive and retreat all the way to e6. I'm not sure if this pawn is really hanging, but it's something for him to contemplate if he can go bishop c4, for example, or if I can then play queen takes e4. My hunch is probably not great. He goes bishop d3, but now I have a bit of a breather to get some pieces out. Maybe bishop a6. Let's find out. I can't see how it loses material, and then I guess it's in my interest to exchange these bishops and simplify things a little bit, because I am a pawn up. d5. Retreat. I hope my knight finds a way out through this square. Queen c2, he doesn't want to develop my knight, which is understandable. I'll throw in rook c8 for the extra half tempo. Now I should take, and I guess I should bring the knight out. Should I go knight c6 or is queen b5 a problem? Queen b5, I have knight e5, so it doesn't look like too much of a problem. I don't know, I feel a little uneasy about knight c6, but I can't see a refutation, so I'll trust myself. As always. Rook fc1, he still has compensation, unfortunately, because of this massive pawn center. But I still has a pawn. f6 is a move I've seen people do in situations like this, but it feels like asking for a lot from my position. Bishop takes, very deep. I just wanted to go rook d8 against anything. Hit this pawn. Ah, that's his point. Now he can cover it. I could go a6, rook b6, queen d5. Question is, do I win that? And another question is, do I have alternatives? And another question is, will I make a move before I lose on time? So many questions. Okay, can't see anything. Rook b6, queen c7, bishop e3. Doesn't seem to help me very much. So queen d5 takes, rook b8, bishop f8, bishop a3, I have king g7, f5, I have rook d1. He starts with bishop a3, that might be clever. Ugh, you and your clever moves. Missed that. Now I guess it's just equal, yeah? That's disappointing. That's very disappointing. Ugh, stupid me. Well, at least I'm down on time. Trying to think of a way how I could possibly win this position. It's hard to picture any, to be honest. Maybe bishop c5, rook c3 will scare him. Even if it does, rook a8 is fine, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't see how to make any progress here, to be perfectly honest with you. Nope. Maybe he sees a way how to make some progress here. Sometimes the best way to play for a win is to play for a loss. At least you keep the game going. Still no threats, unfortunately. Yeah, h4 is not a bad move. Is there any way for me to untangle here? Really don't see it. Could maybe gamble with stuff like this. Yeah, what the h? Here's rook f8, but that could go either way. Obviously he doesn't need to go rook f8, I'm just, you know, trying to prolong the game somehow. Rook a7 is fine. Rook a7 is actually more than fine, as I'm realizing now. Oof. Okay, 7 is sort of bad news, yeah. Good job, Jan, playing for a win. Excellent. And yeah, now that I'm tilting, I also blundered the bishop. Oh boy. Good job, J Wallen. No, I started tilting here after rook a7 when I realized king f6 ran into bishop a7. So my best laid plans didn't really work out. Not sure if I'm lost here already. I guess with a bit of discipline, this should still be a draw. After like king g8, fe, bishop e7, yeah, this is a draw. But that wasn't my plan, so I self-destructed. Good job, J Wallen, 9900. Okay, now I'm steaming. Let's blow off some steam by playing against our regular and always ready to cash in on me steaming Raffaello. He will complain that he always gets black. See, there, he says it in the chat, I always get black. It's random. I don't choose the colors. Maybe I should. Banter Blitz should be like a similar. I just get white every game. What is this line? This is the so-called Mikenas attack. You take, and after queen f6, there were some differences between d4 and knight f3. And there's all these trendy lines, no? d4, how did this go? b6, h4, he goes h6. That seems a bit slow, but maybe you can do that too. I'll just develop pieces. And Xclam is saying 3300 is the other direction. Yeah, that's a fair point. I have to start winning some games. But of course, all this bantering is making me much weaker. Imagine if I would only focus on the game. Nah, it's still be crap. I'm kidding. Alright, looks like I have a good position. Some more central control. I have these double pawns, but they're not that weak, and castle's gonna take stuff here. Let's find out. Maybe he didn't take DC into account because it's not a very desirable move positionally. But if we pick up a bishop, I'll make an exception for it. Komishi is asking, Raffaello the IM or the Turtle Ninja? He's a FIDE master, and I don't think he's the Turtle because that guy's called Raphael. All the others have an O. It's Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Splintero, but it's just Raphael. So, no, he's not a turtle. He's looking for a way to prolong the game here. I frankly don't see it, but there's other things I haven't seen. And no, Raffaello calls it a game. Sorry, Raffaello. Let's play against Ollie Chess. Choctor is saying, Jan, you need to shake it up. This is not your week. Maybe it's time for radio, Jan. Yeah, not today. Today he's not in the building. I do agree that I need to shake it up. Not quite sure how, but yeah, I must think about some new formats, some stuff to keep it fresh. Because this is what? Show 188? I've shown all my tricks. Use my 3 jokes at this point. So let me know, how can we keep innovating implies that we innovated in the past. How can we innovate? What can I do? We are playing the, what do people call this? Taimanov with G3. Many lines here for black to choose from. Knight takes D4 is 1, D6 is 1, Bishop C5 is 1, H5 is 1. You name it, it's a line. And Omen XV is telling me the way for me to keep innovating is make Svidler stream more. Yeah, but that's not for lack of wanting. Obviously, we would love to have more Svidler Banter Blitz on the side. And let's see, maybe he will get a new laptop and he can do some more from home. Books are nice, saying if you're worried how to keep things fresh, a fridge is a well-tested method that a lot of people use with some success. I do have a fridge. I even have one of these very pretentious fridges that gives you what's called ice cubes. You like put the glass and you get ice cubes. It was broken for like 2 years because I'm stupid. But now that the summer has arrived, I fixed, let's face it, someone fixed the ice cube thing. And I'm all over the place. And bishop takes d4 is not what they normally do. Normally d6 is the move here, then queen d2, h6 and so on. My best guess is that must be because this endgame is unpleasant. That leads us to the question, why is this unpleasant? e5, knight e8, it's not winning yet, so maybe just rook a d1. Looks decent. I guess he should play e5. Bishop a7, he can get a little tied up over there. How do I do this though? e5, knight e8. Maybe no need for e5 yet. Maybe just knight a4 is also interesting. b5, e5. Then now, I'll ask him, what's your next move, sir? Mine is a5. His is knight e8, fair enough. This move is somehow very tempting. I'm not sure if it's any good, but I don't think I can resist. Threatens bishop e7, and my bishop might still have a career as on the b6 square. Oh, I'm being informed. I got the date wrong. For the Magnus Banter Blitz. Let's correct that. It's June 23rd, this Sunday. Apologies. So this Sunday, June 23rd, 4 p.m. Central European Standard Time. Sorry. mates are tough. Anyway, keep telling you guys. Proctor is saying, maybe Jan could do Banter Blitz from the future, 2039. Tell us who won the last 20 NBA finals. That's your plan to get rich? Not lottery or anything? 96. Should hurry up a bit. "31 seconds sometimes don't last as long as you would think." Position still looks decent, but the clock situation has gotten a little out of hand. So, speed up mode. Not sure why I did that, but I guess it could once again be connected to the fact that I'm not that smart. You come to Flagville, you come to my house. That was close. Thanks for the game, Ollie Chess. Okay, let's repeat this. This Sunday, June 23rd, 4 p.m. Central European Eastern Time, is the Magnus Banter Blitz. Let's play another guy. Who did I never play before? Your regulars. Oh, not Kiwi Leonard. What's that? Kawhi Leonard if he was Australian? Kiwi Leonard. Are you actually Australian? He is Australian. How are you doing, Kiwi Leonard? Where are you from in Australia? I know all the Australian cities. Let's see how many I can actually list. Melbourne, probably mispronounced. Perth. Canberra. Is that in Australia? Sometimes I mix up Australia and Canada, because I think Australians and Canadians are the best people. So, Sydney. I should be able to name some more. Nah, Edmonton is in Canada, Jan. That's not on the list. Are you there, Kiwi Leonard? Or are you like on a plane from Sydney to Perth? Come on, Jan, focus. What do we have? Canberra. Melbourne, Perth, Sydney. Must think. Do I follow any Australian sports? Not really. Why Rain says Vancouver. Well played. And Kiwi Leonard is not here. Maybe it's just an internet connection thing. I'm being told Australia is really far away. So probably needs a while to get one E4 over there. Anyway, Thanks for the game, Kiwi Leonard. We'll stay in touch. You guys aren't helping me with the Australian cities. Adelaide, there we go. Let's play a US American. American cities I know more because I follow the NBA. So I can name the NBA cities. Toronto, for example. But I still feel I have 2 more Australian cities left in me. It's very tempting to cheat. But I don't know. I just don't know. We've named Melbourne. Mispronounced slightly. Okay, I'm giving up. Australian cities. List of cities in Australia by population. Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide. Gold Coast Tweed Hats? Okay, I wouldn't have thought of that. Newcastle, Maitland. Never heard of that either. Canberra. Canberra I've heard of. It was one of those where I wasn't sure if it's Canada or Australia. Sunshine Coast? Nope. Wollongong? Nope. Okay. The list does thin out a bit. Like Canberra I should have gotten, and Adelaide I also needed help from the chat. But yeah. Most of those really don't ring a bell after that. Apologies to Australia. I've never been. I'd love to go to Australia because I like Australians. And I've been told it's beautiful over there. I've been told weather's good. I've been told stuff is expensive. And people are, what's the word? Laid back. Technically 2 words. I feel less bad that I didn't name another 2 Australian cities, even with thinking for very long. I might have guessed Canberra. But other than that, no chance. Anyway, here against TVS, we're playing the, what do people call this? The Chibanenko Slav. C5 is in some way the most principled move. I have mixed feelings about it because you also give up the tension in the center, but you try to use a6 and the weakening. He's played very solidly. Bishop f5, bishop f4. I think this line has a pretty decent reputation for black these days. You go bishop e7, castles, queen c8, bishop d8, bishop c7. And it's not easy for white to get anything going, really. So I actually believe that some of these trendy lines starting with queen b3 are somewhat more critical than what I played. But what's done is done. Javier Santa is saying, I'm from Oaxaca, Mexico, cabrones. Not in Australia, but still good to know. Welcome, Javier Santa. Yeah, I still think this bishop d8, bishop c7 plan is alright. a4 sometimes can also be well met with b6, actually making stuff happen on the queen side here. But I would probably play bishop d8, bishop d6, rook e8 doesn't really do much for white. And the thing is, once you get this bishop to c7 and then play rook e8, then e5 will always be a source of counterplay, so it's a reasonable position for black. Virtuoso is saying, hi Jan, it's me again, by the way. How you doing, Virtuoso? I was trying to hit the mute button before that happened, but I never had a chance. Sometimes it happens too quickly. Alright, how do you play such a position? I guess I'll just make some obvious strengthening moves before deciding how I want to handle the queenside situation. b6 could be an option, but is closing things a little too much for my taste. So typically, after AB, now that I have the a7 square, b6 becomes more of an option. b6, rook a7. It's more of a typical theme. Sentinel returns is saying, did you watch that queen sack by the Indian IM? It's a grandmaster, no? I did watch that queen sack. Queen takes e3, t takes e3. Nice game. Now I will go for this b6, rook a7 business. Not the only way to play it, but I'm sure there are some classical Capablanca games. We have a video series on this on Chess24, I think. Maybe with Kazim Chanov in the very old days. He was showing some b6, rook a7 themed game where Capablanca overcame. I think it was Capablanca, could be wrong. Maybe it was Rubinstein, but a classical game where white crashed through that way. This just looks hopeless for black now, because I pick up a pawn and a7 stays alive. Yeah, this escalated quickly. I'll go rook a6, knight a4, knight b6, and it should be done. Look there, what's that is saying. Let's face it, Germans aren't known for their humor either. What are you talking about? Germany is the motherland of laughter. So Magnus might be funnier than Jan with little effort. First of all, I think Magnus is hilarious, but he might be focusing more on his chess content in the videos, even though, there's a lot of funny stuff in there. And secondly, yeah, well, I don't disagree that Germany is not the motherland of humor. It feels a little stereotypical to say that, no? I don't disagree, though. And I do think that Magnus is actually funnier than me. So, your point is being proved again. I don't know why I went knight g1. But the extra piece should give me some margin for error, some margin for putting my piece in the way. But they have very few legal moves. Svidler always gets angry at me when I confuse few and little. I was going to say very little legal moves, but must focus on the few. The few times I have to use few to use it correctly. Caesar. Virtuoso is saying, it's true, Germans have a good sense of humor. Look at Merkel. Yeah. Virtuoso is from the US. You do have a funny guy in charge, no? So I was gonna say it's not fair to judge country's humor by the leaders. But maybe in some cases it is. What am I doing? Am I defending German humor? That's a tough lane to be in. Let's play Mr. Fluffington. Fluffy boy. Trieste is asking, do many nations have a good sense of humor or must? Yeah, Australia and Canada. Those are the best people, as we've established many a time on this show. What other nations have a good sense of humor? I would guess the English would claim so, even though I don't understand it. It's too British for me. Like, literally, I don't understand the accent. I'm sure it's hilarious, but whenever I watch, like, what do people watch? This, I can't even remember the names because they're so mispronounced. Anyway, I don't speak English, is what I'm trying to say, so I can't evaluate British humor, but I hear it's very good. The US, and the US is the #1 country at everything. I watch a lot of US comedy. Chessweeb is saying, wherever Mr. Bill Burr is from. I went to a Bill Burr show in Oslo, so it all comes together. Norwegian humor and American humor. Was good. It wasn't my favorite Bill Burr hour, but it was a good experience. I'd never been to a major live comedy show. It was like a giant stadium. I'm not sure how many people were in there, but it felt like, yeah, 10,000 easily. That might be way exaggerated, but it was a big place. So you could mainly see Bill Burr from my nosebleed seats on a big screen next to him, or the very small version of him on stage. And yeah, some of the material, I'm not sure how well it works in Europe, like a lot of stuff about US soldiers being heroes and being honored at ball games and so on. Doesn't translate that well to the Europeans. And, well, I probably shouldn't spoil his whole act, but he had a bit about Michelle Obama and arguing her qualifications to tour stadiums because she was Barack Obama's wife. And that didn't go well with the audience over there. Sometimes you could think, some of these stand-ups comedians, they're not PC 100% of the time. Shocking stuff. Anyway, I'm a giant Bill Burr fanboy. I'm not sure why we got onto this topic. And Michal Palitska is correctly pointing out that people of Afghanistan are number 1 in humor. That is correct. Number 1, 2, and 3. Forget about it, saying Bill Burr, definitely not PC. Yeah, that's what I was implying in my humorous style, in my German style. Troctor is asking, was your Bill Burr trip for research purposes? When are you pivoting into a comedy career? I thought I pivoted like 4 years ago. Have you seen me say anything? Watch your TH, Jan. Don't become too German. Have you seen me say anything useful about chess the last 4 years? But no, I need someone to watch, so I need the chess angle. Like, I'm a chess grandmaster. I will play blitz games, and you have to listen to my attempts to be funny. That's the hook. As for this game, I had a good position. I should figure out how to make progress from here. And I think I'll do the unthinkable and offer an exchange of the bishops, even though I have the bishop pair. I will justify it to myself by saying, yeah, I had pressure on this diagonal and I wanted to clear the c6 square for my knight, but I still feel somewhat bad about it. Beer Delivery Guy is saying, Radio Jan, perfect comedy bang bang character. I love to take Radio Jan to comedy bang bang. Scott Ockerman, if you're watching, I know you're a busy man, but if you're watching, give me a call. 98. The guy is defending well, which is unpleasant. And I'm playing slowly again. I'm wondering if I have enough resources to win the game if I just go a6 here. But I doubt it somehow. So I will randomly open new fronts. German style, by playing h4. h5. Maybe h6. Let's go all the way. This looked like a successful little h-pawn push now. I should have weakened his king more than mine. At least I would hope so. Fishing for some new targets here. Rook b8, I'll go e4 and maybe e5. So maybe this is the time he should try to do something active, but I don't really see it. Knight c4, rook d8, queen c4. It's only one check, king h2. Do you disagree, sir? Looks like he disagrees. What am I missing? Ah, there's another check, queen h6. That's what I'm missing. All right. Oh boy, why can I never think? So upsetting. Okay. I might still have a good position. But yeah, the amount of stuff blundered is a little worrying, I'll admit. Steaming now, which is not ideal. Because as mentioned, I might still have a good position. So stop steaming, start moving. This might be one of these meltdown episodes where I question my life choices and the world and why I've become so crap at chess. And I reminisce about the good old days when I used to be better at chess. But maybe I should try to put up a fight here instead. No fight, huh? He's playing well too. It's a pity. Yeah, Queen G4 is good. I'm really steaming. Yup, that's it. Good game, Mr. Fluffington. This one upset me. Such a good position. And then I tried to be clever. Or, I don't know. I saw this from afar. But I blundered Queen H6 check. Which, yeah, shouldn't happen. And it's kind of painful. This was probably still a better choice than what I ended up doing. See, after Queen H6, Knight H4. I might actually be very okay. Yeah, this looks decent. I don't think he can get away with Knight H4, Queen E6. So instead I went into full panic mode and just made a lot of bad moves. So yeah, 3,300 incoming. Oh boy. Anybody I've never played before. Or let's play someone I've played once maybe. Like William Cetis. Do you see this challenge? Carlson Superlight saying, Jan, you blew this game like England versus Sri Lanka. Keep the cricket references coming. Is that cricket reference? I guess so. Uh-oh, 2,900 in jeopardy. Really? Not closing in on those 33. I'll get there. William. Where are you from, William Cetis? From Germany. It's the motherland of fun and laughter. What's Twitch talking about? George Carlin. Yeah, I don't think there's much disagreement that Carlin was funny. No, has anybody ever said, nah, not really my cup of tea? Virtuoso is saying, Jan, your new video, The Method in Chess with Josef Dorfman, is very deep and in depth. Yeah, I can't take much credit for that, but I thought it was interesting. It was good to have Josef around and explain his stuff. I've mentioned that I'm not sure, or at least for me, if I can incorporate this stuff into my thought process during a game, but I like being exposed to such models and then trying to use them. I like being exposed to models in general, and then trying to have my subconscious filter out something. And I certainly learned a lot, especially about this outpost thing. There were really a lot of thoughts that had never crossed my head before. Can I go Bishop G4? That's the thought that's currently crossing my head. Queen G4, Queen F2, King D1. Doesn't really work, does it? Rook D8, Knight D2, Knight F6, Queen E2. Nah, I can't see how that line continues, unfortunately. So I'll prepare it. I'm hoping that he blitzes out h4, after which bishop g4 would be quite good. Well, if he goes bishop g2, I'm not sure bishop g4 accomplishes all that much, so I might just go h4, followed by h3. What say you, William? e5 could be a move. He goes h3, that's also legal. But I was hoping that now I could annoy him on the dark squares. He can really try to mix it with f4, which positionally is what you want to do, but it does neglect development. Now it looks like I'm in time to occupy these squares, which should be good news. Sorry, I'm still steaming about that last game. Like, missing that c4 is not so bad, but they're not going to calculating that line and going queen c4. King h2, knight h4 is, yeah, not very impressive. William Cedes takes. No, bishop d6 is on the agenda, so he should probably do something about it. He doesn't care. Bishop d6, e5. Come on. How's the phone charging situation? 21%. Still not world record. One, I could give a check, but I don't think it runs away, so it feels more important to make sure this pawn doesn't move. Like that, his bishop and his knight both stay passive. So yeah, this looks like a good position. I'll go bishop e6, long castles if I can, and then eventually something might happen on these dark squares. Do you go bishop e6 or b6? Maybe b6 is even more cunning to threaten bishop a6. Or to go bishop a6, I'm not sure how big a threat it is, but it looks unpleasant. William Cedes hanging in there, to his credit, stopping me from long castles. So I'll castle short. c3 I don't like. I think he should have tried to fight against this bishop somehow by playing, I don't know, queen a3 to at least chase it off this diagonal. Because c3 doesn't seem to help all that much and is even weakening some squares like the d3 square. So it becomes tougher and tougher to untangle. b3, this bishop f4, yield any dividends. I win in exchange, which I guess is better than nothing. Yeah, why not? Queen f3 looked forced, and then I can go bishop d2 if I want to. Then I want to. Yuka Lahti is asking, Jan, have you been working out in gym? No, actually I've been horrible when it comes to working out the last couple months. But now that the sun is out again, I shall make more of an effort. Now the only sports I've really been doing is riding my bike to the office, which is nice. Didn't have a bike for ages. but clears the head to go for a little bike ride in the morning, the afternoon. As for this game, I shouldn't go too crazy. Sorry, I'm still on full-blown tilt here. It's weird. I haven't had this for a while. Which is maybe also strange, because I should care when I lose chess games. It's healthy. But yeah, I used to go into serious depression. That's exaggerating, but when losing games in Banter Blitz, recently I've been not as upset, but today for some reason I'm very upset. Which maybe is good. I don't know if it's good. Did I tell you guys that this Sunday, June 23rd, there is a Banter Blitz with Magnus at 4 p.m. Central European Standard Time. I think that's the time zone in the Germanys and the Norways. Might want to check that out. Alright, time to somehow win this game maybe. Proto Spice Boy is saying, Jan, would you like to switch arms? I don't want mine anymore. Can you send in a picture of your arms maybe? Because we have this German saying, the motherland of fun and laughter. I think that's what Jan Böhmermann says on his Twitter. So don't sue me, Jan Böhmermann. Big fan. Anyway, we have this saying that says, man kauft ja auch nicht die Katze im Sack. Which means you would not buy a cat in a bag either. So show me that cat first before I buy it. Because we spend money on cats here in Germany, I guess is the point behind it. Not sure. William Zedis resigns. Too many pieces on the second row rank. And as Nimzowitsch has taught us, put a bunch of heavy pieces on the second rank. Smart. Who would have thought? Proto Spice Boy is saying, like, how else do you store cats? We have these little cages. And we're back. After some nose picking. DeepBlue 84. Goes 1e4. I will go c5. And knight c6. That's what this Carlsen guy does. He's pretty good at chess. And then he always goes e5 and says, you can have that d5 square, I'll try to occupy the other squares. The unlikely knight is saying, is this streaming to YouTube or just Twitch? I believe that it's streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and the Facebook. Simultaneously. The miracles of modern technology, you can reach tens of people in multiple places at the same time. Portis Dos is saying, come on Jan, you can be faster. I don't know. I feel very slow today. It's Friday afternoon. I play so badly. B6 is another ridiculous move. Okay, focus. No more of this wishy-washy making random moves and then feeling sorry for yourself when you lose a chess game. Good pep talk, Jan. Jean Lavoiture is asking, who do you think is best at chess between Macron and Merkel? I would guess Macron is better at chess. I could be wrong. But I would put my money on Macron. He looks like a bon vivant. Does he? Ah, no. Bohème. Who was taught the fine arts of échec early in life. Well, Merkel, she's been so busy running CDU and the country of Germany for the last 30 years. I'm not sure how many casual chess games she gets in when she gets home. Greets her husband. Joachim Sauer, is that his name? I'm not sure they play a casual game of chess. I would imagine they watch like an episode of Big Bang Theory instead. While Macron plays the piano, some échec. So a lot of talk about my arms in the chat. No, I normally go to the gym more or less regularly, but I've really been bad the last 3 months. I think I was there twice, so beefing up my hulkish arms is actually a big priority for the summer. They are reasonably skinny now. I think it's just the camera angle. Like if you see, if I hold them like this, no arms whatsoever. So thank you. But no, I must get in my triceps sessions. Because you know, chess is like hip hop. Nowadays, it's all about biceps and triceps. Like, look at these people, like Greg Shahadi, John Bartholomew. They're all like more arms than men. Does that sound wrong? I'm saying they're in great shape, and I greatly admire their physique. So no. I must go hit the gym and then hit these proteins to save the gains. What time is it? I'll play like 2-3 more. I should go home. I'll get in trouble at home. Friday night. I said I wouldn't be too late, and here I am playing Banter Blitz. Sorry, it's just because my phone was empty. I'm not sure that's the story I want to push. Mellow Blue says Rise. Has to even lift, bro. There you go. Michal Palitska saying, tell us something about your Jahrestag birthday party. Yeah, I'm not a big birthday guy. I won't be in the country, and there won't be many people I know around. And frankly, that's the way. I like it. Well, we might have a little thingy once I come back. But no, I won't be in town, so no big party. Okay, I need to speed up. All this talking nonsense. Back to chess. We are playing the Caro-Kam. I like this knight f3, bishop g4, h3 line, because I do like the two bishops. And I always felt like this line was a decent battleground for white, which has gained a lot in popularity over recent years. So nowadays it's a fairly well-established main line. And people have started experimenting with moves like knight f6 or all kinds of other lines. Even though I'm not saying black is worse after bishop g4, bishop takes f3, I was just always surprised that it was not considered as a very serious option for white. Because I always thought, okay, we get the bishops, let's play. Checkmate, looming Cavseric. In my tilty state, if he goes h6, I'll just take it. Although, oops, I'm not sure if that's correct. And I get two questions simultaneously. When is the next Radio Jan show? I don't know. I don't like Radio Jan very much. So I think once people stop asking about Radio Jan, then he will reappear from the shadows and do his obnoxious thing. My problem is I've been doing a lot of Radio Jan, but I've been getting more obnoxious myself recently, which I'm not sure is a good fix for that. He wants to go Queen H5, Bishop H7, King H8, so I guess I should stop that somehow. Carlson Superlight is saying it's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Yeah, it feels more like it's becoming a hide and hide situation. It's probably not great. Drunk Duck is wondering, when is Mini Golf Jan starting streaming? Mini Golf Jan sounds like something I could pull off. I don't know much about mini golf. I'm sure I've hit the occasional mini golf course in my younger years, but I haven't been to one for a while. Maybe once my daughter becomes a little older, I can introduce her to the magical world of mini golfing. Why is there no mini golf movie? It feels like there should be a Will Ferrell movie about mini golf where he's battling, I don't know, Vince Vaughn. Why is that not a thing? As for the game, I'll win on time. I have already made plans to win on time. But Cavseric is defending extremely well, so I might not win on not time. Which, however, if I win on time after a horrible game, I'm not that tilted. If I lose after a horrible game, quite tilted. Oh, Queen G3. There you go. But as mentioned, I already have plans for this game. Isn't it a joy to watch the Grandmaster's mind at work? Good game, Cavseric. Chess Weeb is asking, isn't Caddyshack golf related? It is golf related, but not mini golf. Great movie, Caddyshack. Let's play green green. Head's greener than green. Proctor is saying maybe drunk Jan. I try very hard to act drunk in all of my shows, so actual drunk Jan, not sure would be an improvement. I really don't drink very much. Where's this line? F4, D5, D3? Is that what the cool kids play nowadays? Not sure if E5 is a good move, but somehow was smiling at me. Whoa, Bishop E3? Is that a pre-move? Is this part of your master plan? What's going on? So confused. It looks like this is all part of his plan. I don't know, I'll get some pieces out. If in doubt, get some pieces out. It rhymes. So how wrong can it be? Come on. Green, green, green. This stuff can't be good. I know I'm in a shaky, self-doubting state. But are you serious, sir? What's the complaint now? Why is terrible resolution of the board. That's the first. Like everything else is normally low resolution, laggy. But the board resolution bothers you? Okay, we'll look into it. I never thought about that. This whole game is confusing me greatly. I have a feeling I should be winning by force. I also have a feeling I won't spot it. I have a feeling I will complain about not spotting it. It's like I always say, Blitz is 98% confidence. Currently, I don't have any. BTM98 says, you need a new prescription, mate. Yeah, maybe any prescription. It's time. It's time to make some moves too. Is this good? I'll lose again after this opening, huh? Maybe not. What do we say to the Lord of Mate? Not today. Trouble on Twitch? Be nice to each other. Don't call each other names. That's not nice. I'm a very skilled conflict resolver. Oh, I should. Playing so badly, it's really getting embarrassing. Queen c5, perpetual. He sees it too. Nope, I'd rather lose. I guess my wish shall be fulfilled. Another great game by yours truly. Sorry, green. I was so tilted that I didn't instantly win after that opening. Anyway, let's play one last game and then get the H out of here. Who's the biggest baddie I can find here? Nah, I'll play Hima. Good old Vienna. One of my favorite openings, makes the game very concrete if white goes for e4. Play can get very sharp, and if he doesn't go for e4 after e3, a6, black equalizes very, very easily. So yeah, I've always been a Vienna friend. Let's see what Hima has in mind. Carlsen recently had a lot of outings against the Vienna, showed some ideas. He played this bishop d2 move here, then he had a game against Vichy with knight b5, which was also interesting. So Vienna theory is out there. Bishop f6 is my game against short from the Thailand Open, and bishop b5 check is another main move. So yeah, there's quite a bit of theory, but I like that it puts some pressure on white as well. At least to know stuff and to go for somewhat unbalanced positions like this one. Hima is not impressed, however. Hima knows his or her stuff. e2. Is that what you do? Could be. I'm more used to rook h3 or rook c1. I don't know, I'll put a horsey here and see what happens. Trying to figure out where to put the queen. b4, c7, but I think I'd rather give him rook b1 with tempo than rook c1. Could be wrong, not sure. Yeah, phone, I'm here. So far, so good. Next big decision will be, do I castle or do I put the king on e7? Normally my hand wants to put it on e7, but normally the computer wants to put it on g8. So who shall we trust in these scenarios? I guess the computer, huh? Is this still all normal? I don't know. I'll castle and find out. There's some lines where you don't castle, where you go bishop d7, rook b7, rook d8. That might be more prudent. But you know how I feel about pawns. Just to give this guy up. Not going to be able to do it. Queen d2 looks critical, aiming for h6. Not sure how big a threat that is, but might bother me enough to give him this pawn. Will it? I don't know. Hima, what are you doing? Are you studying a theory book? I would guess queen d2 is the logical move here. What can we talk about in the meantime? Carlsen Super Lies asking, Jan, do you watch Big Little Lies? No, I've never seen an episode of season 1 or 2. Should I? I've heard it's good in many places, but no, never started it. Okay, Hima, this is a bit of a strange game, no? You play 70 moves, then you pause for 4 minutes. What's going on there? Chessweeb is asking, have you seen... This is a very confusing sequence. The Eternal Think followed by knight b3, which, well, might be an alright move, but it doesn't feel very scary to exchange queens. I don't know, maybe just couldn't see anything good. Then, as it often happens, made a move that wasn't very high on his list, just to make a move finally. Might not be too bad either, I don't know. b6 or b5? Let's go b5. No reason to get too fancy. I'm trying to bring this rook into play. Via c7, yeah, the drawback of b5 was that it allows knight c5. But b6, he had rook d6 hitting this pawn, so I thought that also was not ideal. Well, this looks sort of okay. And the clock situation is somewhat in my favor. Knight a6 doesn't work because of takes and rook c1, or rook c1 immediately. It's knight b3 is probably not what his dreams were made of. Hmm. 31%. I'm telling you, these induction charges aren't the fastest of charges. I might have to need that. What's called? Lightning connection being fixed. And Hima seen enough. Yeah, that was weird. Seemed like Hima knew theory very far, and I couldn't quite recall this. I think after rook c3, castling looks alright. There's some line, maybe it's queen d2 here, where you give that pawn. Some famous game. Kiwi Leonard, maybe rook b7, rook d8. After rook c3, castling felt okay. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'm sure it's in my Vienna video series. So, thank you guys for watching. Apologies for the usual self-pity. I know it's a weird spot I'm in. I don't like myself very much, but I get very upset if people don't like me, which I'm not sure it's a healthy way to live your life. A man who I guess does not have these problems is world champion Mr. Magnus Carlsen, who will be playing Banter Blitz this Sunday, June 23rd, not 24th, as I erroneously had earlier in the show. 4 p.m. Central European Standard Time. So make sure to check that out if you become a Chess24 Premium member. Before that, you can challenge Mr. Magnus himself if you're not yet a Chess24 Premium member and you want to use my voucher code. It's Janistan. That also gives you preferred treatment when applying for a Janistan green card eventually. Thank you guys for watching. See you maybe Sunday. Maybe I'll show my pretty face, maybe not, because I'm sure you people come there to see Magnus. Not my pretty face, but yeah, maybe we'll run it through the Hamburg studio, so I might be around. If not, yeah, I'll be gone next week, but I'll be back for the Zagreb tournament with German commentary and more stuff. In the meantime, plenty new video series on Chess24. The Method in Chess by Josef Dorfman, I think, has been getting some good reviews, so you might want to check that out. Yeah, if not, I'll see you guys around when I'm back.